It doesn't even make sense why I think about you. It was only one night, only that time, and it's not my style to be caught up in the middle like this. 'Cause now I dream about you. I was probably too drunk, it's blurry, but I've got the image of you running circles in my mind right now. And it could fade away, but it probably won't, and I should let it be. But I'm gonna dive into you, and maybe I'll drown, but what can I do? And it would be alright to let me down. Rather we try than let these feelings slide. So I'm gonna dive into you.
It doesn't even make sense why we try to fight it. Every time that we touch, the room caught on fire. We could blame it on the wine, but we know that we will both be lying. I wish I didn't want you. I was doing just fine, the way that it was. Then you hand me these emotions, didn't want them, but I guess that I'm stuck with them. They could go away, but I know they won't, and I should let it be. But I'm gonna dive into you, and maybe I'll try, but what can I do? And it will be alright to let me down. I'd rather we try than let these feelings slide. So I'm gonna dive into you, dive into you, dive into you.
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle, and I do the readings. What's going on? Wolfie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. What is up, everybody? Thursday's busy, usually, so prepare for this. Alaya, welcome. Sahu, Stacy, Armoni? Yeah, Armoni, Tarot Chick, CM, Sydney, Renee, what's going on? Patty, let's see, Ann, Addie, Bartman, and Butterfly, Tammy, and Boo Boo. All right, we got 105 viewers, and we've been on for 30 seconds. I mean, we're not doing bad. We're not doing bad today. It's going quite well. Let's see what we got. By the way, I have a stack of new tarot. I have 4K flip-throughs scheduled into the end of next week. I have so many tarot decks. So, you know, take a deep breath and prepare yourself. It's going to be Tarot Central up in here. All right. Let's see what is going on with Butterfly. Let's see. Wolfie, can I get cards for me from the Tarot Mystical, the Tarot Mythical deck? I'm not sure what that is. Not sure what that is. Tarot Mythical, just want a general. I assume you're talking about, are you talking about the Tarot Mystical Moments? Maybe? Is that what you're talking about? If so, let me know. And we will get a read from that particular deck. So there we go. Yeah, I don't have any classes scheduled. Oh God. The focus is going nuts. Why can't somebody make a camera that has a decent focus on it? I mean, I'm just begging here. I'm begging the question. All right, let's see how that is going to go. Tarot Mystical Moments. That is a win and a win. That is a win-win situation with this deck. It is just simply gorgeous. I'm just saying. Maddie, welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Candace, welcome as well. Let's see what we got going on. What do we got going on? Addie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, let's get some cards for Wolfie. See what is going on with the whole mystical thing. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles does say that you're headed for a realization of all the work that you have put in, which is sort of where the 9 is at the end of the day. It says that we've worked for something. We're scheduling something, we're doing some work, we're doing the tasks that we need, we're putting in the hours, we're putting in the effort. It really feels like that's sort of manifesting itself, especially around March. I think March is going to be the very, very good section where it is at. Maddie, thank you for your donation. Oh, Maddie got a Virgo. Oh, God. Maddie, you got to hang on for that one. All right, we'll do that in a minute. But yeah, the Nine of Pentacles says that we're in that realization point. I think that's really hitting you in March. Is the big boom is sort of hitting you in March. It really feels like you've been working. You have a lot of success. You have the things that you sort of need, and you're pretty content with sort of where you're at that point. Eight of Pentacles says just to keep working on it, though. That sort of links to another situation that's going to be resolved somewhere around late June. I would say like June 21st, June 22nd. Samantha, thank you for your donation. She's got the job. Samantha is back. What's going on, Sam? Let me know what your question is about your particular job and whatnot. But yeah, the 8, Midnight, thank you for your donation. Bethany, welcome. But yeah, the 8 says continue working on it because you have this thread that you're working on. One of the threads that you're working on that manifests in March, again, I think around June 21st, June 22nd, you have this sort of the second part, not of that, but something that's similar, something that is linked to it. So sort of hang on with that. That's going to be a little bit of action packed. 7 of Pentacles and Strength. 7 of Pentacles, again, links to the 9 of Pentacles. It's where we're planting, we're getting things done, and we have the realization. Again, March, again, the 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. Sort of interesting. Just says not only keep working on it, but sort of work backwards. In other words, what have you learned from the previous situation that you can apply to the current situation? Again, that is going to help you as you sort of move into June 21st, June 22nd. It's going to be pretty big for you. And you do have some interesting people you're going to meet along the way. One of them is more interesting than the rest. I think the one that is more interesting than the rest is somebody that you normally wouldn't talk to, but you end up just talking to them anyway, and that is sort of where you're at with that. Christina, welcome. How are you doing as well? KD, welcome. How are you? We got so many tarot decks. I'm losing track. We have so many decks. That's a good thing. By the way, the Bumbleberry Hollows deck should be on the way. They asked me for my address. They said we're finalizing it. I'm going to have to say this is going to be the tarot deck of the year. I'm going to lay it out on the line right now. I'm calling it 2021 Tarot Deck of the Year is going to be the Bumbleberry Hollows. Why do I say that? Because they posted a video of flipping through it. And I sat there with my mouth open the entire video going, holy crap, they're shipping me this. I want this right now. So I'm just saying right now, I am just saying. All right. Let's see. Will O end up having a baby with H? Okay, we're back to the H2O. Is that the same thing? Is that the H2O? Are we back to that? Are they having a baby? What's a good baby deck? I'm going to go with a little Prince. No, let's do all the new tarots that I got. I'm going to go with the Dreams Keeper Tarot. Candace, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. By the way, in case you wonder what this is the Dreams Keeper Tarot. I know that I should make a little graphic that pops up for it, but it's been a busy day. It has been a busy day, so I'm just going to show you the book. This is Dreams Keeper. It's one of the new ones. We're going all the new tarots tonight. All right, see what is going on. What is in the deck? Indeed. Are you talking about the Bumbleberry Hollows? You'll see. You'll very quickly see what that one looks like, because you're going to see me just like you're going to see me wipe the drool off the table as I'm flipping through it. I'm just saying, a little unboxing with some drool. That always makes it nice. Anyway, so will O and H have a baby? Let's see about that. The World, the Nine of Swords, the Star, and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, interesting sort of a tidbit here. I think the Star says they will eventually have a baby. Yes, I think they will eventually have something. They have a very powerful connection. They have a very powerful thing sort of happening with this. The Star is that link that you need with a good relationship. Nine of Swords, though, says there's problems. There's some other things that need to be taken care of. There are a lot of different things that need to happen happen with this in order for them to have a baby, in order for them to move forward, in order for them to have a good sort of time, have a lot of action packed and things like that. The world says it is a nice connection though. And you see that with the world and the star. A couple of nice majors here. Four of Pentacles says maybe it's not quite the time. Maybe we're not in the financial space. Maybe we're not in the space to where we want to move forward with something that's serious or whatnot. But the Four of Pentacles does say, you know, we're sort of holding on. We're hanging on right now. No baby cards, nothing that's going to be big as far as that. But, you know, there you go. So if you're looking for a baby, this may not be it. This may not be it. By the way, that is the Dreamskeeper Tarot. It is beautiful indeed. The 4K flip through is coming out. I have 4K flip throughs galore. It is 4K flip throughs into next week. So, I mean, I'm just saying. Addie wants to know, Addie, are you rich? Addie, wait a minute. Addie's question says they're rich. Addie, are you rich? Is M after me because he likes me or because of my money? I mean, I'm just saying, Addie, you know? Hello, Addie. How are you? Is M after me because he likes me or does he like my money? Oh, that's never a good situation when they just like your money. They need to like everything. You know, you come with a full package, you know? Anyway, where's that freaking deck that I wanted to use? Oh, man. You know, I have too many freaking tarots when I can't find the deck. Here it is. The Witchy Tarot. We just got this one in. I know a lot of you don't like it, and I know I kind of brutalized it in the comments. But it is the Teen Witch Tarot. I know a lot of people said, yeah, I don't think so. But I like it. I like it because it has interesting symbolism that's a little bit on the weird side. I'm going to say, you know, I did have a wild commentary throughout, but I mean, you know, Kristen, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But the card is really bad. The card quality is really bad. You flip it up to here. It goes up to like here. It's bad. It's terrible. But yeah, anyway, it was like what, $15? Okay. So, they like me because of me, or do they like me because of my money? The King of Pentacles says money never hurts. Money never hurts. A little bit of cash is not that bad. I mean, these two are, you know, I think he's branding their ass. This is that whole thing. I mean, I did that joke in the flip through, but okay. But, I mean, that is something that attracts him. Let's get serious. That is something that attracts him a little bit. You have somebody over here. He's kind of, you know, sort of kind of looking, he kind of checking everything out. But I mean, definitely, you know, definitely something that is on their mind. I don't know if they're going to brand you on the ass. I would say no. I don't think really this can happen. The King of Pentacles overall is the retired banker. It is going to be something, you know, where they just like that is sort of something that makes them comfortable, makes them sort of a bonus with that. Strength says you do have to defend yourself a little bit from this particular person. I don't think they're coming in just, you know, altruistic. I don't think they're coming in with just a lot of just altruism, a lot of just sort of sincerity and whatnot. You do have a little bit of a mixture there. Justice says, again, a little bit of a mix. You know, they like you. Obviously, any features you have are going to be acceptable and nice. It's always fun to have more features and more things to offer, and that is definitely on the table for something that is being offered. Nine of Wands, though, says, you know, they don't want to sort of lean on that 100%, though. Obviously, they want to just sort of relax. They want to see where it goes. They want to see how things are going to be in the long run. Tiffany and Dee Dee, thank you for your donation. But obviously, you know, a little money never hurts. A little money never hurt anybody. But yeah, it's a factor. It's a factor. So a little half, a little half seas there, justice and whatnot. But, you know, there you go. All right. You know, only one thing better than cash, and that's more cash. I'm just saying. My martial arts teacher said that to me every single freaking day of my life for 7 years. So there you go. All right, the Virgo guy and I. Maddie is trying out the Virgo action. Hopefully that works out, Maddie. You never know with the Virgos. You just never know. And of course, if we're doing Virgo, I think of Tosh and Wolf who would want me to read the Thoth deck for Virgos. I mean, it is a deck that I enjoy as well, and I'm a Virgo, so there you go. All right. Let's see how this is going to go. The king looks like a genie from a bottle. Indeed. In that bottle, he had a cow branding, brander. I don't know. What do you call those things? What do you call the branding stick? Is there a name? Is there a proper name for the branding stick? I mean, I don't know. Okay, the Virgo and I, how will that go? Oh, look at the lovers at the end there. Oh, got a little of that Virgo action there. A little bit of the Virgo action there. That's nice. You got a nice balanced Virgo. Congratulations, Maddie. Maddie got a balanced one. That's what I'm talking about. Where's my sounds? A balanced one? So that's all you really need is a little bit of balance with the Virgo. If you're looking for a Virgo, two things you need. One, you need a balance. If you don't have a balance and they're going to go full OCD Virgo, you know, the full health OCD thing, the full just manifested OCD thing, you know, trying to hide everything because you're a little too OCD. You don't want that Virgo. You want a nice balance. And I think you have that. You have the playfulness of the princess. One of the most beautiful cards in the deck. If you're looking for playfulness, let's go and let's have fun. Let's release. And that's what you need in a Virgo. You need that to counterbalance all the obsessive stuff that goes on in the Virgo head, a little bit of the OCD, a little bit of the ADHD. You want to balance that out with some fun, some entertainment, let loose, let it just go. You know, let it go. Not like Frozen the movie. You just want to let it go instead and have a little bit of fun. And that's why you just release it, let it have some fun. That's going to be a big, important part. And again, that makes them nice and balanced. The lovers, obviously, master of the obvious here, the lover says, this is going to be a nice, potential long-term relationship. I think this is looking fantastic. Definitely, the juice is definitely worth the squeeze, no pun intended. But yeah, the juice is worth the squeeze on here. We're planting this. We have the sun. We're planting this. We're letting it grow. We're letting it flower. We're letting it finding out where this is going to go at the end of the day. This is looking really, really good. All right. The only warning we have about this particular thing is a little on the controlling side, a little on that controlling side. Maybe, you know, I don't like it when you do this. Or I don't like it when you do that. You know, a little bit of that Virgo thing. You may, you know, you can negotiate these things out. If they don't like it when you do this and that, maybe say, well, you know, what if I do this and that? And they go, you know, that's okay. You can negotiate with a Virgo. They're very intelligent. I don't think you have any problems. But yeah, a little bit on the controlling side, one thing to work out. The rest of this stuff looks fantastic. I think this is one of your best readings so far. This is looking very, very solid overall. So there you go. Maddie, good luck with all of that. All right, what do we got? Midnight Meditations for Sunflower. Sunflower, what is your question? Midnight Meditations, thank you so much for hosting Sunflower. I greatly appreciate that. Sunflower, what is your question? Did you already post your question? We have 10,000 donations. I'm trying to sort of scroll around, trying to figure out, like I'm behind here. I'm behind. I need to figure out what is all this good stuff. Anyway, I don't see it. Maybe you can repeat it. I don't really see it, but anyway, yeah, Maddie, thank you for your awesome donation. I appreciate you. All right, let's see about Sunflower to ask a question. No, it said donations are welcome, and let's hop over to Samantha's question. Okay, which is better, the YMCA? Samantha, the YMCA. I don't have that song queued up, but if I did, that would be so awesome. It really would, but I don't. Instead, let's just go here. The YWCA LG Children's Hospital. Let's see about that. With a little bit of the reading title. And of course, we have two hot prospects. We want to get a...
Time for a tarot throwdown.
Let's do it. Throw it down. Throw it down. Samantha, I got your question. I don't know Sunflower's question. Business General. Sunflower, we got you covered. All right. I mean, we got the Children's Hospital or the YWCA. Let's see how that will go. On the top, we got The Children's Hospital. We got the Children's Hospital. Ooh, that is nice. That is nice. A bit depressing. Yeah, a bit on the depressing side. YWCA. YWCA looks like a better... I assume you're going in. Tabs Tarot, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Tiffany, welcome as well. Catching up on everybody joining. Awesome. Okay, cool. All right. The Children's Hospital just gets you down because you're just constantly seeing children in pain. You're constantly seeing all these issues. You're constantly just sort of going home like, man, I really wish I could help. I feel just kind of drained. I feel like a little bit of a depression. It's a good job. I mean, it's going to be stable for you, but it just feels like that. You know, at the end of the day, you feel like you want a little more something. And the little more something is available at the YWCA. You have a little more stuff. Again, we have the playfulness of the princess. Very, very powerful card. Very fiery. I mean, it's a very fiery card. You got all the flames. You got all of that stuff. And she's using that fire. She's using that power to just play around, to have fun, a ton of fun. And the money is going to be better at the YWCA as well. It gets you matched well with your skills. So science says this matches well with your skill set. This is where you go to get your skills done. This is where people notice you because it seems like no matter what you do, you seem to be a shining light in the YWCA. That works. That works. That is your win. That is your win at the end of the day. Boo Boo, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, for Taps Tarot. Taps Tarot, let me know what your question is. I appreciate that. All right, in the meantime, we'll do Boo Boo and a business, a general. General, let's see how that is going to go. What are we going to have with a little general reading? Oh, what do we want to do? I want to do all of these new decks that I got. All these fancy things that I paid good money for, and that would be the Oz Tarot. The Oz Tarot is up next. It's a big Oz. It's a big Oz. I do have the Titanic around here somewhere too, but I'm not sure where it is. I'm in a situation where I'm considering custom ordering some really, really huge pieces of foam board and making the Tarot Tower 5 foot long. So thinking about it, I'm considering it. The 5 foot long Tarot Tower. Insert D jokes here, but I think, you know, long and girthy is really going to be good for me. I think long and girthy really matches my style. I got to say, just reach over there into that Tarot Tower and grab the decks that you need. Business General, 7 of Cups is not bad overall. I mean, you do have many different ways. You'd have many different ways that you're sort of moving through this. One of these is just sort of just attacking it from the front. It's just like, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to get this thing done. At some point, you're going to need some help. Not only help, but you're going to need a better system of organization. And I think you're about to make it. I think you're about to make it to that point to where you just, bottom line, you need better organization. You need a way to effectively do things better and quicker and more optimized. I think that's where you're going to be at. Deb, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. 6 of Swords says you do have a long way to go with that. You do have the sort of that reestablishment after you move, trying to get everything going, trying to get everything sort of moving where you need to be. 6 of Swords talks about moving to this new location. Ace of Pentacles says the new location is going to have more business. It's going to have more business. It's going to be more exciting. And again, you're going to get in a situation where you're overloaded. It's too much. It's too much adventure. You need some help. You need a better way of organizing things. I think you're really going to feel that stretch, feel that burn once you get into the new location. Ace of Pentacles says we're in for a lot more money though. And that's what you need with money, is more money. 9 of Pentacles, again, it's a realization of what you need, of how you're going to do it. You're going to have the name, you're going to have the advertisement, you're going to have sort of the either the business cards or the website or whatever you're sort of going to make is really going to be solidified at the new place. You're going to have more time to do that. You're going to have more help. And I think that's going to be where it's at. I mean, bottom line, I think you're going to be better in the new location, but you're not going to be better if you don't have an optimized way of doing things. You're going to get just overloaded, stressed, and you're going to be just where you don't want to do it anymore. All right. Now, Candace, should I be looking for another job? Candace, let's see about that. By the way, if you're in the queue, it's long. It is Thursday. Come on, you knew. It's Candace. We're right here. We got Kristen, Dee Dee. We got the whole gamut coming up. Pretty excited about all of this good stuff. So, I'm kind of overloaded myself sometimes, but I'm just really good at multitasking. I mean, that's what I get paid to do. So I'm good at multitasking. So that's a good thing. I never really get overloaded. I've been doing multitasking pretty heavily for 30 years, so I can handle pretty much anything at this point. I believe in the double cheese. All right, let's do a little bit of the Super Lunaris Tarot while we're out here doing the multitasking thing. I love me some Super Lunaris, one of my favorite Kickstarters. Still need to make the video about just how terrible all the Kickstarters were from last year because a lot of them just stunk. And by the way, the Bumbleberry Hollows deck is shipping. I should have it, I think, next week, a week after that. I'm just saying, that's deck of the year. I'm just calling it right now. When you see it, you're going to be, holy crap, where can I buy that? Because that is the coolest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. When you see this deck that I'm going to get. Anyway, we don't read all upside down. We're distracted over here. We're drooling over tarot decks, which is what I do. I haven't found a tarot deck that I just don't love, Should I looking for another job? Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Ooh, a nice little Ten of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Yes, you should. Entertainment purposes only. I'm just saying. Entertainment purposes only, but yes, you need to look for another job. I mean, this is where it's at. Ms. Weiss, I agree with you. This is one of the best Kickstarters that I got. Obviously, other than the Mons Tarot, but you can't really beat the Mons Tarot with anything. The Mons Tarot is like throwing Mike Tyson into the ring with like some junior high, athlete or something. Mons Tarot is just going to knock it out. But bottom line, Knight of Pentacles says you need something new, you need something fresh. We're going into the Queen of Wands, a little bit of that fire element, the fiery feel of the Queen of the Wands says we need to get going with that. Ten of Cups says good news. There are a lot of good jobs. There are a lot of good things waiting out there for you. I think the prospects are going to be pretty hot for you in the long run. Even with COVID, I think that you still have opportunities that you can sort of just dive into and have a good time with. Queen of Swords says basically it's almost like somebody forces you out of the current job or forces you out of a particular place. You just have somebody that just doesn't like you, or somebody that causes drama, or somebody that has a little bit of more, doesn't really appreciate what you do, or doesn't really appreciate your talent or whatnot, and they just sort of feel like they're pushing you out at some point. But that sort of hits home a little bit later. But basically, I mean, it's time to sort of move out, time to adventure, time to get out. Use your Queen of Wands, use your multitasking, but I think because you have a lot of talents that you can offer, that you have to offer that nobody's using. So it's almost like that you're just being wasted. You know what I mean? It's just like you have all of these talents, you have all these things that you can do well, you have all these things that you're excited about, but at the end of the day, nobody's really utilizing your talents. Basically, that's it. You just need the proper place. You need that place where you can utilize your talents, you can show off, and all of that other stuff. How big is the deck, T.O.? My deck is big and girthy. I mean, it is. Well, that's the echoes of nature, by the way. I was so proud today that Papa Squirrel was getting rid of decks. And I'm watching him getting rid of decks, and I'm thinking, oh no, he's going to get rid of my echoes of nature, isn't he? He's going to get rid of the echoes of nature, isn't he? No, he kept it. He said, I'm keeping this for sentimental value. So, I mean, huge shout out to Papa Squirrel. That made me feel special. It really did. So I'm going to send him a couple of extra boxes just to make sure that his deck looks perfect all the time, forever. We're going to make sure Papa Squirrel is taken care of. I'm just saying, that made me feel special that he said my deck had sentimental value. I mean, that brought a tear to my eye. I moistened up a little bit. I'm gonna have to say now. All right. Position. We got a claims examiner position. Is that going to be a thing? Lady's here, but lady left. I was going to use this, but lady left. Let's use my other deck. Of cards. This one's kind of thin and small. You know, it is kind of thin and small, but that's how it goes. Papa Squirrel's awesome indeed. Boo Boo knows Papa Squirrel is the bomb. If you're not subscribed to Papa Squirrel, you need to just go do that right now. I'm just saying. I mean, there you go. All right. Let's see. We're going to get this claims examiner position. Is that going to be a thing? Whoa, that deck does not want to stay. Is that going to be a thing? Maybe not. Maybe so. Maybe not. Oh, this is a weird read. It definitely has a little bit of variance in it for sure. Basically, will I call soon claims representative? I would say yes. We have the strength of the lovers. Okay. If you have a competition between a lot of different cards and whatnot, it really feels like the lovers is a match made in heaven. If you have a major, the major is going to sort of trump all of the other cards. The major is really just going to stand above some of the other ones. The lover says that, yes, you're a good match to that. You're a good is really good sort of match with what you need to be in. Eight of Wands says, you know, you are moving over there. You're sort of launching into that. You're getting there. You're moving into that. Now, the Seven of Wands says that there's some sort of obstacle. There's some sort of things that sort of get in your way a little bit, but yeah, you know, not so much. It feels like something's getting in your way. It feels like you have a little bit of pushback. I don't think it's going to be too effective. Again, the Eight of Wands into the lovers feels well. Two of Swords says you kind of get in. You're not really sure what to do at some point. Again, they have different requirements, different things that they're asking you to do and things. But I mean, you know, there you go. I think that is going to be successful. Yeah, Papa Squirrel's another YouTuber. He's sort of like has like a fun channel to where he just sort of does different stuff and all that. So anyway, yeah, no, he's not getting rid of all of his decks. He's just doing a little trim, you know, getting a little trimming going on. Sometimes you got to trim that down a little bit, unless you're me, and then you'll have this tarot tower, and then you'll have that tarot tower, and then we'll have another third tarot tower coming soon. But I'm like an addict, so I'm like one of those recovering alcoholics that has like a bottle of beer in the drawer. But I mean, you know, there you go. Anyway, would Jay and I get married? I'm thinking, speaking of tarot tower, I'm thinking of using this one, because this is the effervescent. Look at that. Speaking of drooling, look at that. I'm moistening up right now looking at just that beautiful the side of this deck. Anyway, this is the Modern Love Tarot, in case you're wondering what it is. Let me get the reading title fixed. Will Jay and I get married? All right. TN. Will Jay and I get married? How is that going to go? I mean, let's see about it. Yeah, I'm going to special order some foam board. I'm just going to have 2 6-foot wide tarot towers, and they're going to each hold 120 decks of cards. That's my ultimate goal. That's like my final form, you know? 2 6-foot tarot towers that hold 120 decks each. That's the dream. That's the dream. It will be realized. Don't worry, it will be realized. Stacy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you, Stacy. Thank you so much. Yeah. So look through here and see if we are going to get married. 9 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, and 3 of Pentacles. I mean, we're working towards it. We are working towards it. Ace of Cups is sort of interesting. That's sort of a reboot or a little bit of a start, or sort of just warming up or trying to get into it or trying to move into that space, right? Ace of Cups says that we have a little bit of a beginner beginner action, a little bit of starting things or getting that connection going. I mean, if you're looking for marriage, it's going to be a while. I mean, obviously, Tiffany, it doesn't look like any marriage in here anytime soon. The good news is, though, is the Wheel of Fortune says a cycles card. It says we're here day to day, going to be pretty stable, going to be pretty predictable. It's not something that's just going to crash and burn. It's not going to be something that just have the tower moment where everything just doesn't go well. Wheel of Fortune next to the Ace of Cups, though, says we continually be in a beginner situation, continually in a good situation, but it never seems to be moving forward at the speed that we really want to find it moving forward. The Three of Pentacles, we need to negotiate a little bit of that out, figure out what is going to be comfortable, where we can be, how are we going to be at the end of the year, at the end of a couple years, at what point do we really want to sort of force something to happen or whatnot, you know what I mean? But the Knight of Wands at the end of the day says that there is a bit of a disappointment as far as the marriage goes. Again, it looks like a good relationship, just looks like it's a long time into the marriage zone. If you're looking for that marriage zone, it just looks like a long time sort of creeping into that. Doesn't look like a lot of action in there. So there you go. A good relationship, just hard to get that person to commit, maybe a little bit of a commit thing. Anyway, it's called the Black Light Tarot by Collectibles. I'm obsessed. Black Light Tarot. Yeah. Dr. Mystical was talking about that one. I don't know what that one is. Let me go look up that one real quick. Let's see. Black Light. Wasn't that expensive or something? The Black Light Tarot. There it is. Is that expensive or like what was the dealio with that? Tarot Collectibles. New just in. How much is that? $65? Well, like half the Kickstarter decks are $65. Okay, I may get this one. I may get this. That looks really good. Okay. Anyways, we did Tiffany. Now it's time for Dee Dee. Let's see, Dee Dee, what is going on? 65. A lot of Kickstarters are that much. I mean, that is a lot. But if you wander around Kickstarter, you're going to end up paying that for. I paid $85 for a Kickstarter tarot, and I still haven't gotten it. It is supposedly halfway done, and it's been a year. Okay. Oh, man. How soon will I get my employment benefits? We're going with the golden on this. I think the golden is going to be the key for this. I'm really feeling golden tonight. I wanted to get the golden out on the table a little more often. Kayla, it is so good to see you. It has been a minute. How are you doing? How are you doing? I mean, the Black Light Tarot, that is pretty good looking deck. Okay, how soon will I get my unemployment benefits? We need the cash. Bottom line, we need the cash. Some cash. It's gonna be very handy to have, especially when we need to pay some bills. 9 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, the 8 of Coins, and the 7 of Wands. So we realize that we're not employed. I mean, we see that with the 8 of Coins being reversed, right? We're not working. We don't have a steady work, sort of like the universe recognizes that we do need that. The delays that you have been presented in there are loosening up a little bit. The defense from the 7 is reversed. It feels like those delays, it feels like that defense is loosening up a little bit. It feels like it's going to be a little bit better and moving along a little better as far as coming in. 6 of Cups, that connection is not quite there yet. You're still looking for, I would say 3 weeks. I'm going to go with 3 weeks based upon this. We got the 9 of Cups, sort of like a 3. We got the 6, again, divisible by 3. We have the 7, 8, again, right after that 6. It feels like we get the 6, the double 3. I think 3 weeks. We got sort of this 3 instances of this. Again, the 9 of Cups says you will get it. It is coming along. Some of the delays that were presented before easing up. The universe recognizes that you do need some money. It definitely is sort of there, but there you go. All right, there you go. Been on and off for 9 years. Tiffany, that makes a ton of sense. So that's why you have the Ace of Cups. That's why you had that Ace of Cups. It's like on, off. It's constantly at a beginner stage. It feels like it has never really moved into that next section. That explains a lot. That explains a lot. All right, for Tabs Tarot, Sunflower, thank you again hosting Tabs Tarot. Let's see where Tabs Tarot is and what Tabs Tarot wanted to know. I'd like to know if I'm pregnant with Gabrielle's baby. We're currently in separation. Oh my. Okay, know if I'm pregnant with Gabrielle's baby. Let's check it out. We got a lot of baby cards. We got a lot of baby cards in all of these tarots. A good one for this is the This Might Hurt. I have found This Might Hurt to be just exceptionally handy for these types of questions. I just got to say, I hope so. Bill's big. Yeah, I'm thinking 3 weeks. It really looks like 3 weeks. I mean, it really, really looks like 3 weeks. Yeah, Dee Dee laid off to COVID-19. I know a lot of people that are just hurting with this COVID-19 stuff. And that, you know, hopefully we got a new administration, maybe they'll get some relief out the door. Get a little bit of relief out the door because I know a lot of people need it. I know they did put a moratorium on evictions and whatnot, but yeah, you know, real cash is what helps the most. Okay, are you pregnant? Bottom line, Hermit, Magician, Seven of Wands, Queen of Swords. Yeah, sort of interesting there. The Hermit, the loneness of so you're not with this person right now, right? You're not with this person right now. It feels like yes. Really feels like yes. All right. I mean, let's see. Entertainment purposes only. I'm saying yes because we have that question. Let me paste the question again over here. He's a Sag and I'm a Taurus. We have this question. It almost feels like that this is not something where there's a lot of, I guess, support, or this is not something where it sometimes feels like you're alone a little bit. Maybe you're sort of on your own sometimes with this particular issue. I mean, it just sort of feels this way. Again, it sort of just feels this way. But at the end of the day, that's sort of where we're going out with the Hermit. So it just feels like we're alone in this situation. Feels like there's not a lot of maybe either support or not a lot of, you know, sort of help basically with this. The Hermit, we feel alone with this. The Magician, though, I think we're able to sort of get that done. We're able to sort of get everything handled, even if it's by ourselves or whatnot. But I mean, the Magician says we're able to get things handled and get everything moving. The Seven of Wands is like there's some trepidation or a little bit of hesitation in the whole matter, right? Seven of Wands being defensive. Sunflower, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. You told me to incorporate the place I'm moving to, and I had it. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Boo-boo. Appreciate it very much. Thank you for your very generous donation. Seven of Wands feels like you are, again, there's some hesitation, some trepidation. There's some nervousness. There's some pulling back with this situation. It feels really sort of awkward in that. Queen of Swords says you're a bit defensive as well. Valentina, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. Bottom line, I say yes. This is a really, really weird read, though. Very, very weird read. So if you're looking for something, if somebody's coming back tomorrow, next week, next month, they're looking at this video, they're going to say, why in the world did the TO dude say yes? Why did I say yes? It's mainly because of just this aloneness, this feeling sort of alone, like I don't have a lot of help, I don't have a lot of support, but I'm in the situation anyway. And that sort of feels where it's at. And that's sort of where the cards lead and leads me to a yes. Again, a lot of people are going to be like, why did you read that way? Maybe I'll put it on my Patreon as an explanation video, sort of diving deeper into the card read. Okay, need a financial forecast for Debra. Let's get you a financial forecast out. A little bit of money. A little bit of money forecast. Let's get it done. And boo-boo, the best part, you're going to meet your salesman. You're going to meet your salesman while you're doing all that work. You know what I'm saying? Heaven and Earth Tarot. Heaven and Earth Tarot is there. Well, you know, Taps, good news, it's only a tarot reading. It is entertainment purposes only. Yeah, Taps, I figured that's something like that. It's kind of bad that you want to know, but something like that. But yes, I'll say yes. Okay. Anyway, let's move all this stuff. Christina is going to reorganize my tarot. Now that's frightening because I do rely on positions. Positions of the tarot is very important to me. So Christina, before you ruin it all, positions is important. You know, you got to have the right position, as they say, because
Everybody loves the D.
all right, let's see. A little money forecast. Knight of Cups. We have a little bit of the Swords with the Princess. Ooh, and the Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers. It's almost like you have a new job coming. You have a new thing coming. You have a new meeting coming where you have everything sort of working out. Everything sort of jives. Everything comes together. Everything is where it is at. That is going to be important for that. Now, we're back to the Hermit again. If you read all my books, the Hermit says, at the end of the day, the Hermit says we're landing in a place where we're comfortable. We're landing in a place we are comfortable. So there you go. Valentina, you are next. And that's sort of important here because we have the Cycles card right next to it. Again, I think this is a new job, a new opportunity where you're going to go in. It almost feels like just almost a pure type of luck thing. Have that Knight of Cups where you have somebody that wants you in there. We have an opportunity. They bring it to you. It doesn't feel like you have a ton of work trying to get in there and whatnot. But I mean, you know, there you go. It just feels like that Knight of Cups. We have this opportunity. We have meeting somebody. This somebody has something that they want you to have. They have this opportunity, and you can be able to hop into that with a Princess of Swords. Now, there is a little lack of communication. It feels like that you need to just sort of work diligently to get everything started. It reminds me of like a $100 bill on the ground, floating around. It's a windy day. You have to chase it a little bit. So it does feel like you have to chase it a little bit. So I think that is going to be one big factor on here, is to be able to find this. Again, you see the opportunity, you have the opportunity there, but at the end of the day, you have to chase it around. You know, that's what it is. But again, that meeting, that person that's going to bring it, you have the communication is a little bit faulty. It's not exactly the Princess of Swords, not exactly the best, but I think you do get it. You land in a place where you're more comfortable, and it's going to be a pretty steady opportunity, steady job as well. So there we go. I think that is looking good. Looking very good indeed. All right. Next, who do we have coming up? Valentina. All right. What are my ex Carlos intentions with me? Now, he has first contact last night. First contact. It feels like a space movie. We have first contact. We have first contact with Carlo, and Carlo has some intentions. Are they good? Is Carlo looking to get laid tonight? Is Carlo looking for a little action? I think a good Carlo deck is going to be this one right here. Yes, the Dark Mansion Tarot. Just saying. I am just saying. How is that going to go? Are they having some good contact with this first contact? It feels like that. Sounds like a space movie. I'm not going to lie. We have first contact with Carlo. Is he going to want to use the space probe? If you know what I mean. Is he going to want to use the probe? We may have to get the ship that looks like a big, we may have to get that. We may have to get that ship out, and that ship is long and it is curved. Oh, anyway. So what are their intentions? Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. This is very, very, very interested in you. This Carlo is very interested in you. If I think they're holding back a little bit. Maybe they have a little bit of hesitation on this. Maybe they have a little bit of shyness. Maybe they're like, hey, hey, what's going on? It feels like they have a lot of interest in you. Look at this. We got the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. That is not only a fiery element where they have a little bit of that, where they have a little bit of that feel where they want to get something started, but the Ace of Swords as well. They've been wanting to contact you for a while. You've been on their mind. Look at this. You have been on their mind. They've been thinking about you. They've been wanting to contact you. They've been hesitating. I think this is the time, but they have been interested in you for a little bit here. Queen of Pentacles does say they're looking for something on the stable side. It's not something a one-nighter. It looks like something on the stable side. Definitely with this Page of Swords, though, says they're not really sure how to get it. So all of the things, somebody new and I felt offended. He's going to have communication problems. The Page of Swords, right? Swords, what are they? Communication, learning, developing, sort of getting all the talking, getting all that air out, right? It's an air thing. But the Page is not exactly sure what the hell to do. The Page is not great at communication. You want great communication, you're going to get like a King of Swords. He's going to be a little domineering, but hey, good communication. The Page, not really going to know how to communicate. He is going to offend you. He is not really going to know how to approach things. He's going to make a lot of mistakes. He's going to fumble around. We got the 2 aces, though. He's been thinking about you for a while. If you are interested in this person, this is the opportunity to sort of get into that, right? Again, double ace, very, very lurching, moving forward, getting pretty excited with that, looking for something decent and all of that stuff. Is he honest? He just has a lot of intentions, a lot of sort of wanting to move in, a lot of sort of wanting to get back to where he was before. Is he honest? I don't see anything dishonest. I don't see the devil. I don't see any 3 of Swords. I don't see anything that would indicate dishonesty. So I'm going to say he's honest. Yeah. I don't see any dishonest cards. I mean, there's a lot of dishonest cards. There's a lot of deception. 4 of Pentacles, really weird. 7 of Swords, notorious for garbage like that. I just don't see anything dishonest here. It looks good looking cards. It looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. He's going to fumble around. He's going to make a ton of mistakes. He's got the Page feel. It doesn't know how to communicate, but he's very interested. So at the end of the day, there you go. All right. What else we got? Sunflower. Thank you so much for your donation. I went back to the reading, gave me yesterday the business name. I got it. Okay, you got it. Well, congratulations, Boo Boo, for a good business name. I don't know. We're out of questions and we got 10 minutes. Somebody post a question. Post a question. Anybody post a question. We are taking any question, any and all questions. It is the free section, which normally you never have on a Thursday, but there you go. All right, I'll stay guarded. Yeah, hope it works out for you indeed. I think you got something good going there, especially if they're that interested. If they're that interested, just do it, all the good stuff. Do all of the good stuff in there. Pending unemployment benefits, we got Taps Tarot. We read Taps Tarot. Well, Ms. Wheats, we haven't seen you in so long. Do you got a question? Deb, need a financial forecast. Yeah, Deb, I said you have a new job opportunity. Go back and watch it, Deb. The video will be up about 30 minutes from now and all of that. Show us a magic trick. Well, I only have one prepared, so we can do the magic trick. We can do it. We can do the money trick. I mean, we'll do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody has seen this 1,000 times. It's $5. Do we have anybody new in chat? Do we actually have anybody new tonight? I'm not really sure. At the end of the day, we just flip and it becomes 100. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's it. That's your magic trick. Hope you liked it. How does Aries really feel about me? Billy Rogers. Welcome to stream, Billy Rogers. What's going on? Let's see how the Aries really feels about Billy Rogers. See what is up with those Aries. I mean, the Aries usually doesn't hesitate to let you know, but well, we'll see. You're Gemini. Gemini and Aries. Well, that's going to be a train wreck. That could potentially be a train wreck. You got to approach that pretty delicately. I mean, I got to say, Billy Rogers, by the way, I hope you enjoy the magic trick. Billy Rogers is like, what did I join? Like what's here? What's going on? I joined this weird dude's stream. He's reading tarot. He pulls out money. There's a magic trick. There's all sorts of garbage in the stream. I don't know what's happening. He has all of these weird things on the soundboard, like, like a tarot throwdown and all of this.
Music to make love to.
You never know what you're going to get on this stream. I'd be kind of weirded out, quite frankly, if I was never here before. I run the stream, so I'm not weirded out. Let's admit that. But if you're new, that'd be kind of weird to be in the stream. Come on, you got to admit that. You got to admit, like if you're a brand new person and you come in here, you're like, what the hell is going on? All right. Anyway, back to Billy Rogers. Billy Rogers wants to know, how does the Aries really feel about me? I am a Gemini, potential train wreck happening. Let's see how that goes. 9 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Wheels, and 9 of Swords. That doesn't look quite well. The ending doesn't look good. The ending looks a little bit awkward in there. We got the 3 of Wheels. We're sort of trying to hang on to it. Basically, sort of predicting that it sort of just falls apart at some point a little bit. A little bit falling apart at some point. 9 of Cups says it feels good at first. We have a nice little honeymoon period. It's a nice little honeymoon period. It feels like everything is going well. We have a lot of potential. We have a lot of good stuff. It's almost like you've been in this thing before, or maybe a past life, maybe yesterday. I don't know. 9 of Cups says some things are happening that are very familiar, Wheel of Fortune, cycles card, day-to-day card. What comes around goes around. It feels like it could potentially be an on-off relationship as well, but there you go. 3 of Wheels. Don't desperately try to hang on to that. The Aries, number 1, is not going to let you hang on. I mean, if you have the potential to hang on and you just try desperately to hang on, don't do it. It's not going to work out for you. The 3 of Wheels, trying to work towards that. He's looking over here at the Wheel of Fortune. When things start to crumble, things start to go. Again, on and off relationship, what goes around comes around. Wheel of Fortune, that's the way it goes. 3 of Wheels says don't try to desperately hang on to anything. Let it flow, let it ride, and let it go, all of that. But yeah, honeymoon only. Potential to get on and off. Don't hesitate. Okay, Billy Rogers, if you notice one thing about the stream, half the questions are, will this person contact me again? That's important. That's important. A lot of people, they regret things falling apart. They want it to be there again. So, you can get an on-off relationship. The honeymoon period dies. You want a little extra a little later. Contact them. Don't be hesitating with that. Get a little of the 9 of Swords. Hit them up a little bit later after it falls apart. And I think you're going to be able to get a little on-off action going. If that is something that you're interested in, you just said you don't mind honeymoon. So a couple of honeymoons in a row never killed anybody. Well, I'll take that back. There's probably some murder story where somebody did. Let's not talk about that, though. That's not good for the stream. We got to keep the stream G-rated. G-rated. I mean, there it is. There it is, G-rated. Oh, what else do we got? Let's see. Look at the 9 of Cups and the guy's cheesy smile. I mean, sometimes you need a cheesy smile in relationships. That makes the relationship go around. Love your Mercury quality, eloquent way of reading. Thank you. You're quite welcome. I appreciate you being here. I love that trick. Addie loves the trick. Addie, I appreciate you supporting my magic, You're on the fence about the Teen Witch Tarot. You should be, because that is a thin-ass deck. All the new decks you're seeing on the stream that I'm going a flip through, they're super thin. They're paper thin. The Teen Witch especially is bad. It's bad. Watch this. It goes all the way up here. It's like a 45, it's like a 50-degree angle. That's just embarrassing. It's paper thin. It's only like $16, but whatever. Icy Wifey. It's a nice name. I like that. Me, Virgo, him, Sagittarius. Well, welcome to the Virgo world. The Virgo, that's fun. That's fun being a Virgo, I gotta say. Let's see. Icy Wifey. We need an ice tarot. What would be a good ice tarot? I'm thinking of the Bonefire. Bonefire be all right, I guess. Bonefire would be all right. Yeah, it is paper thin, man. All the new decks I'm getting are paper thin. All the Llewellyn decks that I'm getting. Way it goes. It's the way it goes. Okay. Ending soon, I guess. We're ending soon. We're ending eventually. One day I want to end the stream. Right now, no. Later, maybe. Let's see. SJD, welcome. How are you doing tonight? The general message, me, Virgo, him, Sagittarius, 7 of Cups, Ace of Sword, Ace of Coins, and the Moon. It's a very spiritual thing. It's a very spiritual thing, Feels like that there's a lot of connection But there's a lot of things that come in the way of that connection. At the end of the day, there's a lot of things that come in the way of the connection. Yes, the hot air balloons, Christina found it immediately, the hot air balloons. I'm not going to obsess over the hot air balloons like the Dr. Mystical, but I did notice them indeed myself. The very spiritual, very good connection. It's like that you have a connection that is not real or connection that's above physical. It feels like that there's a lot of things happening with this that is a little bit of the metaphysical realm. Definitely there. You have the two aces. It is a good start, a fantastic thing as far as the connection goes. It does feel like that there's too much. There's too much overhead. There's too much to deal with. There's too much in it. It feels like that it just develops over time. It stacks on, it just gets into too much. But again, we have that moon, that the connection is there. It feels awkward sometimes, but it does feel powerful at other times. But it's like an otherworldly connection. The worldly pieces do get in the way of the entire thing. The Seven of Cups, again, we're rising above with the balloons and whatnot. Seven of Cups is also about choices and whatnot. It feels a lot of those choices or a lot of the different things are sort of there. But you have this spiritual versus physical conflict where some things work, some things don't. The spiritual definitely works. The spiritual is going to be there always. The spiritual definitely has a very strong output, a very strong voice within this. What does that mean for you as Icy Wifey? That means at the end of the day, use your intuition rather than your logic. Use your intuition rather than what you see in front of you. What you see in front of you will definitely throw you off. It will feel like it's not right. It will feel just a little awkward sometimes. Use your intuition to get through those and to get into the next space. Because again, this is two different levels of connection. The physical is going to interfere quite greatly with the spiritual or the metaphysical connection that you have in these two, in between you two and these two souls type thing. Anyway, and that is it. An unusual Thursday, that's for sure. Unusual Thursday, but I had fun. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. We will see you tomorrow at the same time.